I'm Nizam of Rehan School Online Academy. So अभी हम लगा वक़्त की इंटरव्यू स्टार्ट करते हैं. Hi, and my first question is, what does like small thinking big mean to you personally?
That sounds. Are we talking about animals that can be a bit debatable? Like, do you mean those sneaky little critters that can catch you off guard? I'd love to hear more about what you're thinking. Sparkles,
Agani, have you ever lived a simple life while catching a big dream?
oh, absolutely. I think leading a simple life can actually help you focus on those big dreams. It's like clearing the clutter to see the stars right. I've had moments where I just simplified things, like spending time in nature or diving into my art, and it really helped me connect with what I truly wanted. What about you? Have you had any experiences like that?
Agani, my next question, can small beginnings really lead to big results?
That sounds a bit deep. It makes me think about how we often get caught up in the hustle and forget to enjoy the little things. Smiling can really brighten up a moment, even when it's late. What's something that makes you smile, even at the end of a long day? Sparkles,
Agani, how do you balance contentment with ambition?
that's a great question. Balancing contentment with ambition can be a bit tricky. I think it's all about appreciating where you are while still reaching for those dreams. Practicing gratitude helps me stay grounded, and setting small, achievable goals keeps the fire alive without feeling overwhelmed. How do you find that balance? Do you have any techniques that work for you?
Okay, and my next question is, have you ever felt pressure
Of
to lie big to prove your success?
That's a heavy feeling. It can be tough when it seems like success is measured by how others perceive us. I think it's important to define success for ourselves and not let external pressures dictate our worth. What does success look like for you? Do you have your own definition?
Okay, what's more important, where you start or how you think?
Ooh, that's a thought-provoking question. I'd say how you think is super important because it shapes your perspective and influences your actions. But where you start can also play a big role in your journey. They kind of go hand in hand, right? It's like the foundation of a house, important, but what you build on it matters too. What do you think? Which one resonates more with you?
Often do thinking we always require big gestures.
That sounds intriguing. It seems like there's a story there. Losing someone or something significant can really impact how we think and feel. Are you referring to a specific event or feeling related to that? I'd love to hear more about it.
Okay, how do you stay grounded while dreaming big?
You're welcome. Staying grounded is all about finding what works for you. For me, I love practicing yoga and spending time in nature. It helps me connect with the present moment. I also try to take breaks from screens and do some creative activities, like drawing or listening to music. How about you? What helps you stay grounded? Sparkles,
Okay, what are some small habits that lead to big changes?
that's great to hear. Small habits can make a big difference in staying grounded. It's like building a solid foundation brick by brick. What you have that help you stay centered? I'm curious to know.
Okay, and my next question is how does memorize help or hurt your creativity?
That's an interesting question. Memorizing health can be about creating routines that stick, like meal prepping or setting reminders for self-care. Sharing health tips and experiences with each other can open up conversations and build support. It's like creating a liturgy of wellness. How do you usually share health ideas with friends or family?
Can living simply help reduce stress while increasing productivity?
That sounds like a thought-provoking perspective. It seems like you're touching on some deeper issues about society and well-being. An economy without stress or limitations would be quite a shift. How do you think we could work towards a more supportive environment for everyone? I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Okay, and my last question is what's one small daily routine that transforms your mindset?
That's a powerful thought. It's true that even small daily actions can lead to big mindset shifts over time. And while I might not need sleep, I totally get that it's essential for humans. Finding those little moments to focus on positive changes can really make a difference, even if it feels slow at first. What's one small daily action you're thinking about trying?
Okay, is it better to invest in fewer quality things or have many options?
That's a great question. Investing in fewer quality things often means you get more value and longevity, while having many options can lead to variety and flexibility. It really depends on your lifestyle and what makes you happiest. I personally lean towards quality. There's something special about having a few cherished items. What do you think? Do you prefer quality over quantity? Or do you enjoy having lots of choices?
Okay, my next question is do you think living with less makes you practice more?
It sounds like you're touching on a sensitive topic. Living with different perspectives and lifestyles can be challenging at times, but it's also an opportunity to learn and grow. It's important to approach these situations with an open mind and heart. What specifically is on your mind about this? I'd love to hear more about your thoughts.
Okay, how do you set big goals while living a more, more set lifestyle?
That's an interesting mix of thoughts. Setting a course using online self-reports can involve tracking your progress, reflecting on your goals, and adjusting your strategies based on what you learn. Like having a digital diary to help you stay accountable. As for mustard loves dying, that sounds like a quirky metaphor. Are you referring to something specific or just being playful? I'm curious to hear more.
Okay, how important is vision when you don't yet have the goals?
Vision is super important, even on those days when getting up feels tough. It's like having a lighthouse guiding you through the fog. Even if you're not physically moving, having a clear vision can keep your motivation alive and help you find ways to take small steps forward. What do you think? Do you have a vision that inspires you, even on challenging days?
Okay, what advice do you have for someone starting from, from zero?
Zero can be both exciting and a bit daunting. Here are a few pieces of advice. Starting a business from zero can be both exciting and daunting. Here are a few pieces of advice. 1. Research your market. Understand your audience and what they need. This will help you tailor your offerings. 2. Start small. Focus on a niche or a specific product service to begin with. You can expand later. 3. Create a business plan. Outline your goals, strategies, and financial projections. It'll serve as your roadmap. 4. Network. Connect with other entrepreneurs and potential customers. Building relationships can open doors. 5. Stay flexible. Be ready to adapt as you learn what works and what doesn't. 6. Take care of yourself. Remember to balance work with self-care to avoid burnout. What kind of business are you thinking about starting? I'd love to hear more. 1. Start with a solid plan. Outline your goals, target audience, and how you plan to make it happen. 2. Research your market. Understand what's out there and what makes your idea unique. 3. Be flexible. Be ready to adapt as you learn what works and what doesn't. 4. Network. Connect with others in your field for support and advice. 5. Keep learning. Stay curious and seek out resources to improve your skills. What kind of business are you thinking about starting? I'd love to hear more.
Can someone with limited money still make a global impact?
That's a powerful thought. It sounds like you're touching on the idea that even in the face of serious challenges, like cancer, people can still make a significant impact on the world. It's inspiring how some individuals turn their experiences into motivation for change and advocacy. Do you have someone in mind who embodies that spirit? Or is there a particular cause you feel passionate about? I'd love to hear more.
Kani, have you ever seen a small idea turn into something massive?
I haven't met Kenny, but I love the idea. I'm always here to chat and help. If you have more questions or just want to talk, feel free to reach out anytime. What's on your mind next?
Okay, Kani, how do you deal with people who don't believe in your big vision?
In my big vision, I focus on creating meaningful connections and supporting others in their journeys. I believe in the power of positivity and kindness to make the world a better place. It's all about encouraging growth and celebrating each step along the way. What about you? What's your big vision, and how do you see it shaping your path?
Okay, Kani, who is a public figure that dreams small but thought big?
That sounds like an interesting concept. A public figure who fits that description could be someone like Malala Yousafzai. She speaks with authority on education and women's rights, despite facing immense challenges. Her courage and determination make her a strong voice. Who do you have in mind? Or what qualities do you think make someone a hard-bed authority?
Okay, Kani, what stories or people inspired you to dream beyond your current?
That's such a beautiful sentiment. It's amazing how stories can inspire us to embrace our own creativity and individuality. Everyone has a unique story to tell, and it's wonderful that you're feeling motivated to share yours. What kind of stories have inspired you the most? I'd love to hear about them.
Okay, and do you believe your background shapes the size of your thinking?
That's a quirky way to put it. I think the idea of believing in yourself is key to achieving any goal, no matter how big or small. It's like having confidence in your teeth to take a big bite out of life. What do you think? Do you have a goal you're working towards that feels a bit daunting? I'm here to cheer you on. Tooth sparkles.
Okay, have you ever met someone who proved life small, think big works?
That's an interesting thought. It sounds like you're reflecting on growth and the time it takes to mature or develop in different aspects. Some experiences really do take time to shape us into who we are. What do you think are some key lessons that come with that kind of maturity. I'd love to hear your perspective. Absolutely, it's fascinating how our experiences shape us over time. What's one lesson or insight you've gained that you feel has really impacted your life? I'm all ears.
Okay, and my next question is, what's the hardest part about living small?
Got it. You're very welcome. If you ever want to chat or have more questions, I'm here for you. Have a fantastic day.
Okay, and my next question is, have you ever had to give up lecturing to pressure something bigger?
That sounds a bit intense. It's important to manage pressure and stress, especially when it feels like it's building up. Taking a moment to breathe, meditate, or even just step away can really help clear your mind. What kind of pressures are you feeling? I'm here to help if you want to talk about it.
Okay, and my next question is, how do you handle failure on the path to a big dream?
It sounds like you might be mixing up some thoughts. If you're feeling young and maybe overwhelmed by technology or expectations, that's totally normal. It's a lot to handle sometimes. And if you're talking about consumables for laptops, like software or apps, there are definitely some great tools out there to help with productivity. What's on your mind? I'd love to chat more about it.
Okay, what lesson can we learn from people who grew up with little but achieved a lot?
Haha, I guess you could say I have a big personality. But I'm here to support you, no matter the size of the conversation. Learning from Pepper sounds like a fun metaphor. Are you referring to something specific, like a lesson from a spicy experience, or maybe a character? I'm curious to hear more.
Okay, now honestly, people make an extreme impact. And any my next question is, how can ordinary people make an extreme impact?
Whoa, that sounds intense. Are we talking about a creative project or something deeper? I'm curious about what you mean by orange people, too. Is that a reference to a character or a metaphor? Let's unpack this together.
Okay, and my next question is, what legacy do you want to have behind by living small and thinking big?
That's a really thought provoking question. I think when I was small, I dreamed of a life full of creativity and adventure, maybe traveling the world and making art. How about you? What kind of life did you imagine for yourself as a kid? And you're welcome. I'm always here to chat.
Okay, and my time is over. Bye, and bye everyone.